Okay, there's this here, a little bit of that there. I'm going to scoot this way a bit, Clint, so that you can slide in just a touch. We'll have to get some new cameras when we start doing everything. So that way we'll have more dedicated directional cameras and stuff like that too. But in the meantime,
DDCs.
yes, DDCs, DCDs, ACDs, we're going to have all of it. ACDCs, you name it. So you got Culver jumping in. Hey, buddy.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Oh, not a whole lot. How you doing, my friend?
Oh, I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing good. Just setting a few things up here. Grab my water.
Colby,
What's up, bro?
how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good, man.
Where do I sit? I'm far.
Yeah. Okay, Bear, you got to find a spot.
Go lay down.
I gotta be able to chill though, right?
What's that?
Gotta be able to chill though, right?
That's right. You know it. We're just getting geared up. We're kind of trying some new things out. So should be interesting.
That's a cool effect with your hands like that. You know, you're like
It's like the Godfather.
Very much.
some cool forced perspective there.
Don Colby.
Setting up the scene.
I dig the chain.
Oh, part of the scene.
Part of the scene. Well, we'll get back into this here really quick. Hey, hi, Bear. We'll get this out of the way. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Karmic Transmission number 55 tonight is what was where we're at. Believe that? We're cooking.
5-5.
55. 55. It's a good number. It's a real good number. So, but as always, you can, I'm your host, Jake Vanderdoen. With me is Clint and Colby. Ayame should be joining us here in just a second, but best place to find out what we're doing, what we're about here at Karma Incarnate is on our website, karmaincarnate.com. Also check out our social medias, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all the good stuff. Find us and subscribe. That's the best way to see what we're doing, all the little clips and tricks and what's coming up. We got a lot of stuff that we're going to be planning and putting forward here in the next little bit. So like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff, and keep in touch with what we're doing here, because it's always something fun and it's always impactful right here in our communities. That's the best part about it. Other than that, trying to think what I left out. I think I got it for the most part, though. My handy notebook helps me a little bit here. I'm still getting the hang of it. Are we whited out too bad on this? Do I need to adjust that light? I'm asking you, Rex, because I know you're watching from upstairs.
Rex,
That's fine.
I don't need him to come down. I just need him to say yes or no. I'll adjust the light.
I think he should sit right here.
Half-sized.
Yeah. A little milk bench and things and 3 legs.
Something like this. See, Colby's got a great representation of Rex. He's there.
He's not answering you.
So Colby, set that in your corner and we'll have Rex sit here.
See, what I need is the Jolly Green Giant with the Rex face on it.
Ooh, that was a good one.
You remember that?
That was
That's what I should
awesome.
put here. We need to, that'll be part of the set. We'll always have Rex with us in representation.
He has to be.
It's true.
He's
So
always in our hearts.
it'll be a great thing. The shorts and the t-shirt and everything, like it'll be totally dolled up. Just like from that, it was a label event when Rex was in Japan, right?
Yeah.
So,
What?
Oh, dude, don't you remember that?
Yeah, there's a
The green
Put it-
giant?
Yeah, you remember the Jolly Green Giant that you gave to Rex?
Yeah, I think it was Ben's.
So a few years ago, Rex was over in Japan, and we got a DDK series, guys. Like I said, we got so much content it'll make your head spin. And this, maybe this will be kind of a recap episode or something, but it's a really cool series. And we'll make sure that we link it here in the video too. But we've got that where Rex was over in Japan. Well, we did a sticker and label event here and did a food delivery. And when we did it, we took the Jolly Green Giant and printed out a big picture of Rex's face and stuck it over the head. And then we put a Karma t-shirt on it and some shorts. And we had it with us for the whole event. We got everybody. It's a great event video too, because everybody's like walking around and talking with it and, you know, doing little parts to the camera with it and stuff like that. So it was a lot of fun.
Well, where is
and it's in the Jeep over at the shop. Literally, it's I want to say,
was that so he could drive in the carpool lane?
well, that's when he got it from you. And when he was in high school, yeah, he used it in his passenger seat to try to bypass the carpool lane. I think he actually got caught once, and the cop didn't let it slide. Like they called him out. But
that's like Green Giant discrimination.
Isn't that Green Giant discrimination? I don't know how they could get away with that stuff these days. It was 20 years ago now.
GGD.
So, but yeah, that Jolly Green, we should set it up in the studio, like always have it on display, unless he's there. If he's there in person, we'll have to take it down because we can't have two of them. That would just make his head swell way too much.
Too much of a good thing.
So,
Wreck the universe.
because so Colby, that's the one thing we started doing this format a little bit because I want to get that room set up, and then when we do, I would almost like to make sure that we can get us all together whenever we can and kind of start shooting in there and having it more of that group format kind of set up like this, a few extra cameras and stuff. But it'll be kind of a dressed set in that one room, and it'll be pretty sweet, you know.
No, yeah. I just had the turn of events, but yeah.
Huh?
Would have came over, and then one thing led to another. It was just like, oh wow.
Oh, dude, don't even sweat it, man. That room is still coming together, and we got a bit of work to do on it, so it's nothing crazy. And right now with the webcam and the stuff that we have, really this is about as wide out as we can get and still be able to see people and interact with what we're doing. But there'll be more that we put towards it. What event turned? I'm not sure what event you're talking about, Rexy. Oh, Colby was his phone call. He had a phone call kick in, so he couldn't quite get out of the house in time to make it here.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you know, I guess we could do it. I don't know. It'll be something that I'll have to think about because I'll have to get a couple more dedicated webcams and stuff, I think, to really make it work. But it'll be cool. It'll be really neat. Hi, Bear. Hi, buddy. See, this is why we don't need Rex here, is because then the dog couldn't sneak. Good boy. So, but it'll be cool, and I want to kind of have it like a dress set. That's the one thing that's neat about this is I want stuff like this in there where we're talking and doing stuff and have, you know, like Rex had that little Motley Crue like band set that he had in his van. You remember that thing?
Oh yeah.
But having like that, kicking it with us and just, you know, finding stuff that talks about, speaks to all of our personalities, because it'd be fun to have everyone represented in that room as we're sitting there talking about whatever, you know.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Be really cool. And good use of space, because right now that room's just got junk in it and I need to get it cleaned out.
What all do you have? Do you have to like paint or?
No,
You
it's
just need to
I
move stuff
just
out,
need to get
put
stuff
stuff in.
cleaned out and then we can start setting it up. So, but I was going to call you earlier today and kind of have you come help me with it. But what happened is I got kind of sidetracked working on some other projects and just ran out of time. So, because like I meet with Ayame on Mondays to do some lunch and go over a few things and make sure that she's working on some things. Like right now, we've got her working on some new bumpers and things for some of the new video series that Rex is putting together for the Karmic channel. So I met with her and we kind of went over a bunch of stuff, and that ran late, and then I didn't have enough time to get a hold of you. I was going to have you come over because I've got it's just a couple of big items. And Colby, if you and Alyssa need any furniture or want any of this stuff, you know you can have it, right?
I do have to come get some of my stuff out of there.
Well, there's not a whole lot that way, you know, there's a couple of things like some saddlebags and things that, you know, you and I will get together and look at that stuff, and it's all kind of small. But yeah, otherwise, if you want any of the other stuff too, you guys are more than welcome to, if you guys need anything. And for those of you watching, or for anybody that pays attention, check the Facebook marketplaces and stuff, because I'm always looking to peddle a few things here and there to help us move this karma trend forward. Because that's the real thing, is getting everything moving in that regard and having more space to do things with that. Because it'll be cool to start having being able to show off what we're doing more, you know, just need the space to do it. So I better, and that's one of the big things, you know, I mentioned some of the stuff that we're going to have coming out and coming down the pipe. Since I got you guys with me, and hopefully Ayame will be on. If not, I'll just have to tell her on the side. And for those of you watching at home, something that we've done in the past is those Chili's meetups. You remember that, Colby? Did you ever come out to one of those, Clint? Where we like go to Chili's and just hang out and talk karma and invite out friends and stuff like that. You remember those?
Can't believe you don't remember.
Well,
Those were awesome.
huh?
Those were awesome.
They were awesome. Well,
Didn't we do some of Wingers too?
yeah, dude, that was this guy.
Yeah.
This guy right here is the Wingers guy, because he's a rock star, you know.
I went to a couple of the Wingers things, so maybe I didn't do a Chili's one. Or maybe I did one.
I think we might probably one of both, maybe. Who knows? But I want to bring those back coming up at the end of the month, you know. So as a little bit of a heads up, guys, first thing to watch for, keep your eyes open, or I'll probably throw something up on Facebook. I'm going to see if I can't get our calendar live and start having that available on the website as well. But I'm going to start, I want to kick that one off and start bringing people back just to touch base and meet up in person again. You know, I'm really excited to do more with this and get people here live, you know, because the neat thing that this is going to bring in, and as I want to see us bring in more outside people that aren't affiliated with what we do, or have like, dude, what's your buddy, the Native American guy that does Carl, bring on Carl. You know what I mean? I'd love to bring those guys on and have live conversations with them and stuff like that, and dive into this stuff as we've got those things available. But as something to kind of kickstart some of the agent juices and get people ready to start working again, I wanted to do a Chili's meetup just so that we could touch base and see how everybody's doing. You know, it's been a long time since we've had any of those kinds of events, and it'd be really neat to get everybody together, and especially, especially somewhere where we can kind of take it easy and just visit, you know, because that's one of the funny things about a lot of the events that we get doing. Like, think of a Karma Queue, where Rex and me are running around and working and doing stuff, and we don't really slow down to visit. But at Chili's, where we're paying people to do that for us, it's a little bit easier for us to kind of kick it out of our own head. So yeah, I want to bring back and start doing the Chili's meetups once a month again, because I think that would be a great way for us to kind of get our feet wet, start introducing a little more activity, and just checking in with everybody. Because like the Steels, haven't heard from them in a little while. I've tried to get them on a transmission, but they've been a little bit busy. So there's a lot of stuff that way that I want to reintroduce and start doing more of. So you'll just
I'm with you
what
100%.
kind of nights. Sorry, what was that, buddy?
I'm with you 100%.
Awesome. Let me
Sure.
turn this one volume up just a touch here.
Get out and enjoy each other.
Yeah.
After, you know, COVID and all that. It's good to,
And
it's good for people to be face to face, I think.
exactly, that's my big one, is so much of human interaction is really meant to be done face to face. You know, it's there's that show Community that we've kind of been watching a little bit here and there and turning on for some background noise. And it's funny because in one episode, Chevy Chase, of all people, you got to get good writers. Good writers can really bring something together. But Chevy Chase's character, he's talking about how really when we're talking and doing stuff, we're only meant to hear what's around us. because when we're interacting in that range, we're dealing with the people that we love and we trust and we want to be around. And that's why our hearing only goes so far. And he's absolutely right, you know, because doing this stuff is great and it's a wonderful way to keep in touch. But really, when you're around each other and you're feeling the energy of everybody interacting, it just amps everything up to the next level, you know. So, and that's one of the things that I want to get back into what we do, because we've got incredible people that do karma with us, you know. We just need to check in and see how everybody's doing. And
Gotta be able to smell each other.
dude, I know that's the key to my memory.
I mean, sniff out the BS.
Dude, you know that's gonna lead to me. Come on. Jeez. Oh man. So, but because that, I think that would be really cool. And get everybody active, give us something to do instead of just hanging out at home most of the nights and planning. Get us stop drinking and dreaming and start creating and completing again.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, they were getting really popular too, right before COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Or are you thinking this month, June?
Yeah, so I was thinking we do one here in June, and I was thinking about doing it the very last week. So like I think there's 30 days in June, and I think the 30th is on a Thursday, if memory serves. And that's kind of what we used to do, is we would do them on, I think the fourth Thursday of the month is what we were on. I'll have to double check with Rex on the schedule and see if we can't dig it back up. But that would kind of line it back up with what we've been doing. And then it also puts it past our family camping trip, because that's the camping trip goes from Father's Day to the Sunday after this year.
This month.
Yes, this month. So it's a week from Sunday. Yeah. God, time goes by so quick.
It's gonna be Christmas.
No idea.
Dude,
3 days.
it's insane. It's absolutely insane how quick this stuff's going. So, and doing this is stuff like this is such a blessing and a curse in all reality, because this is an awesome thing for us to do and to push an idea and grow and do things. But 2 weeks goes by so quick, you know. Like we said, we're on number 50, 55, you know. That's 2 years in.
Yeah, if you hadn't been tracking that, I'd been like, yeah, maybe we've done almost 30,
Mhm.
maybe 220 and 30
Yeah,
is what I would have guessed.
it doesn't feel like it's been as, but it's been over 2 years that we've been doing this, getting on and talking and having a good time. What's neat, I would say one of the fun parts about it has really been watching it grow and change and evolve, though, and seeing how everybody's kind of stepped into it a little bit differently. And even this, you know, sitting here talking about set pieces and what we want to do with it, it's a neat evolution to be a part of, you know.
Yeah, I've been enjoying tracking how fat I'm getting. Looking at myself and how bald.
Oh no.
Like I noticed when I went to get my Pepsi, it's like,
Dude, don't start. We're gonna get Rex here in a minute. Just we're gonna have the bald off. Just wait.
I'm bald
I
off.
had a direct
Nobody wins in a bald off, bro.
bald
No.
off.
Yeah,
Oh, I got y'all beat. I was talking to this director I know wants to
Mhm.
film, and he's like, "Yeah, I want you to like lose a little weight and grow your hair out." And I'm thinking, you want the skullet look? Or I don't necessarily shave it because I just love the look.
Oh yeah. So that's how I think most people. Nobody really shaves their head because of a look, right?
Yeah.
So
Not that I know of.
Well, I go completely bald, and grow the beard like this, and I look like some kind of radish or something. So it's like get a sunburn.
radish. Hey bear.
They look like something you could pluck out of the ground.
You're one of the
From Mario.
From Mario 2, when they're pulling them out of the ground and throwing them at people. You're saying it's your head.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just got to grow a top knot from the
Let's
back.
grow this. And I don't know, this looks kind of.
I see an odd Mario port in our future that involves a bunch of us in different positions throughout Mario. What's wrong, Bear? Come here, lay down. Lay down. You're okay.
Come on. You wanna say hi?
Yeah, there you go. So, because that would be awesome. I just don't know how to make ports yet. That's not something that I'm familiar with.
Yeah,
What's a port?
Like a video game port. So you can go in and add and edit code and kind of modify the look and feel of games and stuff like that.
To
Like
existing games?
like old games. It's stuff that people have been able to do for a long time. In fact, it's actually kind of how they made Super Mario 2. Because it was
Right, it was
originally
that
one
different
game and
game
they
in
reskinned it
Japan.
and threw it over. And you can do that kind of stuff all the time. I'm just not familiar enough with the code. So
Well, you better get on it.
I'll have to see if there's somebody on Fiverr. That's one of the coolest things is that the sheer fact that you can get people to deliver things like that is pretty amazing. Because going online and ordering something like a game port or a web design or any of that stuff is pretty nuts when you think about it. So it's how we actually updated the website, to be honest with you. So because there's any time that you can find people that are willing to do some hustle and work with you, it always leads to a better result every time.
Mhm.
That idea of collaboration and building something and to the point where negotiating fees and structure and everything else, it really does build relationships more than it builds just businesses and enterprises. And relationships, especially with what we're looking at coming down the road, are going to be the most important thing in the world. Because as times get tough and people are more in need, it's going to require all of us being there to support each other and work with each other to actually make it through.
Yeah, I think so. That's where karma's cutting edge. I think it's ahead of the curve on the business of the future
Mhm.
of us taking care of each other and less depending on the government, these fools,
Yeah.
these corrupt
Well, and
fools.
relying on people that you know. That's
Right,
the big one. If
right, controlling your inner circle of influence and
Mhm.
expanding that instead of trying to
Yeah.
worry and control external things that you can't.
Yeah. So it's like if you're looking at things and you got good neighbors, you got good locals, like we got invited to a block party here in my neighborhood, which dude, I haven't heard of block parties and stuff like that happening in forever, it seems like, you know. Yeah, I can't think of the last time I was invited.
I didn't think those happened in Utah.
Right, kind of threw me off too, but we got invited to one, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, this is awesome. Because
So
the
you
best
didn't go.
Well, no, it's this Friday.
Oh,
It's
okay.
coming up. It hasn't happened yet. Now, when I don't go, when I talk to you on the next transmission,
Right.
then you can give me that shit, okay? Because who knows? I'm very
So,
busy. man.
Wait, it's this Friday?
Yeah, this Friday, my neighborhood's doing a block party here at one of the. I think it's a church, like a church and a school they've got combined here in the neighborhood. So they're inviting people out, the whole neighborhood and everything. And my whole idea was just go out and introduce ourselves, get to know everybody.
Yeah, that's a great idea. How
So
did you hear about it? How did
they
this?
dropped off a flyer.
Oh, a flyer.
Yeah. So, and that's the stuff where I look at things like that and go, man, anytime you see those things, you ought to go. You need to go and get involved and start trying to reestablish that local community. Because that's, the true strength of any group is when it's close together. When they can actually coordinate with each other on what they're doing.
Well, yeah, and I think that's great because, we are creatures of habit.
Mhm.
We've all been COVIDed up. And I think people are like, they're not they're maybe kind of dipping their toes in the water as far as getting out, and really
Mhm.
hanging out and getting back to normal.
And that's a good one, in my opinion, to jump into. So I was actually really excited. I actually told Rex that we're gonna have to adjust, and it's not really anything crazy, but this is also the Karma weekend, so we got to go and buy food and get it prepped and get it delivered to the food bank and all that stuff. So I'm intermingling a little bit of personal with that and trying to make sure that I can make it all happen. But I'm really excited to check it out,
Mhm.
and it's one that just those little things that makes me start thinking of how we can encourage more of that stuff, because they're doing one here. It'd be neat to hear if they were doing one in San because a lot of the cities will do, especially coming to the 4th of July, to do the city things. But I'm always a fan of getting as close to home as you can. If it's just 6 houses in a neighborhood, or Ayame, in our last podcast we were talking about how Ayame used to do, or they do a neighborhood yard sale. So the entire block puts out stuff, and you just go through the whole neighborhood doing a big yard sale, and everybody talks and visits and does all that kind of stuff. And just anything to help build that close local community is the key, because when it comes down to it, that's the part. Breaking everything. There we go.
All right.
Those are the parts where you can really get a good judge of what's actually happening. Is when you're in and around people, you're a lot about what's happening in this country or that country or all over the world. But when it comes down to it, you can only ever act locally. So the best thing to do is figure out what's going on that you can start acting in.
Mhm.
Find those things that you can start applying yourself to, and what better way than neighborhood block parties and stuff like that, figuring out what's going on with your neighbors and your
Mhm.
friends and your loved ones. So, because those are the things that are going to weather all of the storms in the end. So at least that's the way that this guy thinks.
So that's Friday.
Yeah, that's going to be
Might
happening
come out,
Friday.
but Nisha's gonna be playing softball.
Dude, perfect. That's just as good in my opinion.
Yeah.
Are you going to go play?
If they need me, I'll play, but they usually don't need another guy.
Girls are the harder part on the softball team.
So
It's a softball
I
game?
played one game and skinned my leg.
How is it feeling?
It's fine now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Nice.
looks like psoriasis or something now.
Colby played baseball.
Yeah, because softball's for girls.
Softball's for.
Yeah, that's why I play it.
You're probably the best in class.
No, that's what's sad is I hit the ball every time, but I didn't get any, home runs or whatever. But
Yeah, I've only played softball like once as an adult, and they never told me the rules by any means. I remember, I feel like it's only 2 strikes in softball or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really butthurt on that one. I was just like, what the hell?
Really? It's only 2 strikes?
Had no idea.
Yeah.
No kidding.
And I don't know if that's recent or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it was weird. So I was like, this game sucks.
And then you don't run into home plate. You just have to run in this big rectangle. They do more stuff for safety.
Really?
Yeah.
Those people
Yes.
take it too
Well,
serious.
and maybe did you play what's the way to say this now? All genders?
Co-ed?
Yeah, co-ed. Let's call it co-ed. Did you play co-ed softball?
I did the one time.
Yeah, I think that's the one where you have different rules and they trade out the ball and.
Okay.
Really?
Because they didn't go over any of that like I was
Right.
supposed to know. But
See, that's just not fair. If they're going to do that, they got to recap the rules at the beginning. They can't just assume that everybody knows how to play.
yeah,
That's weird.
You figure it out as you go and whatever.
See, I'm waiting for the Simpsons style of softball. When they start doing that, I'm game. You know, like when you get to first, you got to chug a beer. When
Right.
you round second, you got to chug a beer. Seventh inning is the beer inning. You know, all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
When softball's back, I'll play, not before. So
Yeah, I'm with you. But there will be 3 strikes.
there better be.
Yeah.
After each strike, you got to chug a beer.
Yeah.
Well, 3 strikes, that's just like ingrained into our subconscious. Like
Yeah.
3 strikes, you're out.
Mhm.
Like, it's one of those terms. So if we're going to remove one of those, I don't know. I smell a rat.
Somebody's getting a cut.
Softball rat.
See, I'm the one that we've been talking about. God, I don't know if it was on a Karmic Transmission. Did we talk horseshoes last time?
Mhm.
Yeah, that one is the one that I think we ought to do still.
Horseshoes?
A horseshoe league.
What?
We need to make up a horseshoe league, Colby.
Oh, this has been my lifelong aspiration.
See, this is why I knew I needed to bring it up again, because this guy, if anybody could come up with a good idea for a horseshoe league, it'd be this guy right here.
Oh my goodness. I could just see it now on ESPN and everything. It would be so cool.
Yeah. Be amazing.
I bet they have horseshoe tournaments on ESPN Plus or 3 or something.
Well, I would assume it's on the Ocho, but I don't know if that's a real channel.
What is that, 8?
It wouldn't
Yeah.
be like just a bunch of dudes wearing gloves and flicking their wrists. It would be outlaw horseshoes. There'd
Outlaw.
definitely be beer chugging involved. You might have to take a shot of whiskey if you don't hit this next one. Things of that nature.
Flaming horseshoes.
What about like celebrity impersonator horseshoes?
That'd be hilarious too.
Oh my gosh. So not only does everybody have to play horseshoes, they've got to do it dressed as a celebrity.
Yeah, or a character.
Oh my Lord.
They gotta act like them from that movie.
Dude, this could be a whole new level of like LARPing is what this
I'd be like Bill Murray from Kingpin. That's what I would do for horseshoes.
Yeah,
that'd be a good
Oh
one.
yeah.
I would just be Porter Rockwell.
Good call.
Just got to get the outfit.
Mhm. Let's think. I'm trying to think of a good bearded show with good actors in it. I don't know. where
You
go.
guys could just be ZZ Top, 3 of you.
That's like softballing it in though, isn't
I
it?
know.
That-
Well,
that's
how do you
almost too easy.
incorporate your beard?
See,
into-
that's the trick is outside of ZZ Top, there's not a lot else that you can go with.
It's
is
hard
there?
to build like a chin ball
You
cap
could be Hagrid.
over your
Hagrid.
beard.
There you go. See, you can have somebody go that way. Basically, anything's from a Viking show could work.
Yeah.
You know, there's, and that's the trick. The hard part is it's not really celebrity at that point. It's just dress up. You know, that's why I say it really is kind of a trick.
Some
thinking
Viking.
celebrity. You
Yeah,
know, because a celebrity side would be much harder.
yeah.
You know, because like I don't think I could pass for a white bearded Michael Jackson. It'd be a great try, but I don't think people are gonna buy it.
No.
I wouldn't catch on.
Dude, I'd love to throw a horseshoe with a rhinestone glove though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, who?
With a white rhinestone glove, like
Oh, yes, that would be awesome.
red leather jacket and a white glove,
Jeez.
throwing horseshoes.
Yeah.
What I want to do, and we've talked about this, but now that you're on here, Colby, I think I need to bring it up.
Dude, Alyssa did nail it though. Somebody could be Abe Lincoln.
Yeah.
Yeah. She nailed that. Well, that'd be a good one. So, but you were saying, sorry.
The band, we got a jam.
Oh, the old man band? I've been noticing more grays. It'll definitely feel that way.
When and where? I mean, I guess it's supposed to be on the weekends at the shop. Is that the idea?
Well, we can do that, or I have a room with a drum set and a PA
Oh, really?
and a couple amps. Yeah, Ian jams there. So I've got that set up.
Well, I'm down.
We just gotta do it.
Yeah,
That's
you're just
the-
gonna pick a day.
So that the trick there is coordinating times, you know, because nights when everybody would probably do it, you've got a guard. So we'd have to either pick a night where we go late or try to get together earlier in
We
the
just
day.
have to do it like Sunday. And
Sundays,
it'll be our religion.
There you go. That would be dope though on Sundays, because I mean I know Sundays, we close at 6.
So
Okay.
what's your schedule like, Colby? Or we can do this off.
Yeah, we'll,
yeah.
we'll talk about that later. But
Dude, these
it's
are all
sucks
good
to
things
do
to
that.
talk about because it means that there'll be footage, guys. That's the funny thing is you don't think we're not going to record the old man jam band doing stuff. It'll show up. It'll be
Yeah.
a part of everything, you know, especially seeing Rex beating on those drums. You've got to have that
Well,
somewhere.
Yeah, and we could have a place where we get loud. And then if we set up this room to
Mhm.
record the karma chats and different things,
Mhm.
we could just go acoustic.
Get
That'd be
some
cool.
pads and stuff.
Do a little bongo drum. Some guitars.
Awesome.
Chimes and cymbals and just sit there and
And just
Don't have the cowbell.
sing the karma news to people instead of the blues.
you know what,
could
the
do it.
Karma News sounds like a great title. That needs to be a jam.
Karma
The
News.
Karma News.
Karma
Yeah.
News.
That'll
Fair and balanced,
mhm,
for real.
fair and balanced. I think we'd get in trouble if we stole that one.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, they wouldn't care. They're pretty cool. Those other ones you get in trouble with, get canceled.
But so I'm down though. I think we could definitely plan that one out. We've got so the biggest thing is we'll have to talk about some days, figure out some options that way. Cause that'd be fun. I ordered some reeds for my saxophone.
You did?
I did. I ordered reeds because I didn't know. I don't know if Summer Haze Music. I don't like know if they carry all that stuff still, or if I'd have to go somewhere else. So I figured I'd just order them online. Got lazy. So when they show, I'll have to see if I can remember how to make it make noise. That'll be the next trip.
Do some morphine.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's
so,
way cool. Music is something that I know I would be like living my best life if I had more of that in my life. Does that make sense?
I get that.
Music is just,
It's good for the soul.
it is. There's nothing like it.
Mhm. Agreed. No, well, it's funny because you know in all of the videos, everything that we usually put together when it comes to production stuff, and I'll say go out and watch any one of the DDKs or look at any of the 5-2 karmas. There's even a new set that's coming out where we're gonna have a new series coming out that's all focused around travel and stuff like that, and just trips and things that we've done and places that we've been. But in every single one of those, the thing that makes them all just over the top is the music, you know, and using it, mixing it in and doing stuff like making a short or making a movie or something like that is fantastic. It's really neat. But when you're actually creating the music, it's a whole different feeling all the way around, you know.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's no less creative.
The problem is it doesn't
But-
sound as good as the stuff you didn't
Oh,
have to
yeah.
make, but
Anytime professionals
trade
make
off.
something
Be
first,
creative or you can listen to something good, but
hey,
you know,
I think my stuff sounds good. Even the off tones and the sharp ear bleeding, it's all good, man. Because I'm trying.
I'm
I'm
trying.
putting in the effort to get it done. And it can
That's all
only
you
get
gotta
better.
do.
Just like these podcasts, just like everything that's karma's done. It all gets better with time. It just means you gotta put in the work. That's the biggest thing is it all takes effort. It all takes a little bit of some chutzpah to get
Well,
it going.
I want to be a rock star by the time I'm 50. So we got about 3 years, boys.
Boys, we could do it in 2.
We could. You
All
never
right.
know. We could go viral in our first month. Could happen. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So, and at that point, you just pay.
At
to
that
look
point,
like
I
a
could
rock
be
star.
OD'd in a bathtub by 50.
See, and out like a rock star. Not
You did
it. What?
You did it.
It happened. I made it.
You made it. Finished it all at the same time.
Oh man.
In a perfect world.
I don't know. I can think of way better ways to go than that, to be honest with you, but it's involved. It's definitely involved.
I think Chris Farley did it right.
You know, that's those big personalities. They tend to go out in big ways.
Mhm.
So,
Bright as flames burn out faster.
mhm.
Yep.
I mean, come on. Come on, you guys.
It'd be 120 then.
The best ones go too early.
That's why we got a long time left, because it's the we have a lot of personality in what we do, but I would dare say we've got a good balance to a lot of it, because that's the one thing that a lot of big personalities lose, is they lose that balance. It usually always comes to be an extreme, and it's like there's we watched this show with Mom last night. It's an old musical called The Unsinkable Molly Brown.
Mhm.
But the show is all about this woman, and she's just loud and boisterous and huge personality all the time. And when you see that kind of stuff, you can see how it just kind of, it burns itself out. And that's what she does when she's kind of younger. She starts to fizzle, and not or fizzles the wrong way, but she definitely tones down really fast and almost an abrupt cutback to what happens. Even if it's not burning out to the point of like Chris Farley and those guys, but they hit a point where it kind of stops. It's a thing that I respected with the guys that did Flight of the Conchords, where after so long they're like, hey,
They did 2 seasons.
yeah, they did 2 seasons, and they're like, you know what, it's about the best we're gonna get. This is what we can kind of come up with. This is where it's at.
Well, they wrote a song with every episode
Mhm.
that was a different genre of music. They're probably like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna start getting weird.
Mhm. Yeah, what genre do
song.
you know, or where do you and so that's why I say you get those points, and it's a good thing to kind of end it and move on. It's the moving on
Quit
part
while
that's
you're
the hard,
ahead. Yeah.
Because it's either that, it's quit while you're ahead, or you gotta find the next thing.
Or definitely quit before Disney buys you.
Wow, that's just good business.
Yeah.
If you care about what your product is, if all you care about is money, then ideally you want Disney to recognize you and buy you, because they'll overpay for you. That's the big thing.
Makes me so mad.
Shame on Disney.
Whatever you do, don't watch Obi-Wan Can Blow Me.
That bad, huh?
It's horrible. It's horrid in every way you can think of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I don't have Disney Plus or anything, so I hadn't even thought about it. I had just kind of not worried, because too many other things going on.
Yeah.
That's the big one, is the time to sit down and watch shows anymore seems so far gone, because with everything that we keep doing, I mean, think about that. Are we gonna have time to watch Obi-Wan if we're gonna be old man jamming?
No.
That's the stuff that I'm looking forward to, is let's take these things that don't have the value that we want them to anymore and start making things that we want them to.
Definitely.
Because I'm with you, and I don't know if I ever had a free way to see it, I might check it out. But other than that, I know that I'm not really interested in diving into a lot of that stuff anymore, because it's just.
Which show was it?
The Obi-Wan Kenobi series that they're doing on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either. I was just wondering.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Star Wars is officially dead, really. I mean, oh well.
That's, you know, this is one of the best parts behind what we're doing in the long run, is that if we really set our mind to all of these things, you know, I don't think this isn't the KI production shirt, no, but like all of these things that we have our affinity for and our love of, that in true fashion, and this is going to sound a little bit weird, but you kind of grow past them in a lot of ways, you know, because I'll fully give this new Star Wars stuff is for the new generations. It's for all the people that never had the Star Wars that we had growing up.
No, it's not.
You know,
it's not for anybody.
Well, hey, they're gonna make it. This is the
It
worst
isn't.
part.
They're not.
They're gonna make it.
They're
The content's
making
gonna
it.
exist.
They're making it
Mm,
for a point. They're not making it for an audience.
right. And there will be an audience that likes it.
It's not
regardless.
Star Wars, it's culture wars. That's their focus.
Mm,
Nothing else. They don't care about the fan base or the previous movies or books or any of that. It's just Kathleen Kennedy show.
well, and that's why I say this is the part that they figured out, man. Because this is the part that's hard for a lot of people to accept, is we're all going to go away. Over time, we're gone. Our voices, our opinions, our ideas on this stuff, they're gone. So all they have to do is keep the name alive and outlive us. And then whatever they want it to be, that's what it'll be. And that's just, it's happened with things that our parents created and their parents created. It's literally just a game of time. And so,
Oh yeah, nothing lasts forever.
yeah, and that's the big one, that because it's why I kind of laugh that these people think they're going to make this thing and that they're going to control it and do anything with it. Because even over time, it's going to change and morph. And this is the part where I lean into what we're doing. Is I go, you know, with whatever's going on, we always have the opportunity to start creating that stuff if we want to. So, like, sure, they own the rights to Star Wars and all that kind of stuff. But let's make our own science fiction fantasy movie production that we want to do, that can emulate and bring out the best parts and again represent what we loved about those genres. You know what I mean? Because that's just like making our old man jam band, just like all the movies that we wanted to talk, you know, that we've talked about making and wanting to do. That not watching Obi-Wan gives us the time to do that. You know, because in the true game of ideas, in the battlefield of ideas, everyone's ideas got the right to play, even theirs. It's the ones that are going to last the longest are the ones that have the best voice and permeate to the most people.
Oh yeah, for
And-
sure.
And that's the part where I've started switching gears, and this is going to sound a little bit weird, but you know, years ago, I used to talk about Mother Teresa and her whole look at what you're wanting to do as opposed to what you not want to see. And her whole thing was she only ever went to pro-peace rallies because that's what she wanted to believe in and that's what she wanted to see in the world. And whatever your focus is on, that's what you're going to see the most of. So if all you're thinking is anti-war, where all you're going to see is war. But if you're thinking pro-peace, that's all you're going to see is pro-peace. And that's the part where I'm done letting these things that used to make me angry squat on my brain. They don't even deserve the energy to consider them anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the big one, because it's almost gut wrenching to have those things that you cared so much about transform. But that's the part where make it ourselves. We'll do it our own way, because there's the ability to do it has not been lost. You know.
Oh no.
So and in the end, that's what'll last forever, because Lucas's Star Wars movies are still the thing that everybody goes to as the gold standard, hands down.
For sure. Yeah.
You know, so all of this stuff, and that's why I laugh, is because given enough time, And all of this will be forgotten too. And then they'll roll out the next rebooted
Yeah,
crap hole, and then, you know,
in the grand
So-
scheme of things, I'm not, it doesn't have that big effect on it.
Yeah.
It's not important,
yeah. But it is a shame that it
but
happens.
it would be nice if there was one IP out there that they haven't totally fucked up.
Oh, well,
Pardon my French. So there's Star Wars, Star Trek. I mean, you go down the
they
list.
did the Star Trek?
Oh yeah, look on any of the new stuff on Paramount. It's just junk. Yeah.
Disney owns Paramount?
No.
Well, that's,
They mean so.
you mean like corporate media stuff?
Yeah,
Okay,
they
'Cause-
being
okay. Mm,
the thought police
mm,
seem to be all over the establishments.
gotcha. Cause yeah, that's, I was just confused by that. I didn't know Disney owned those properties too.
No,
Wouldn't
I
surprise
mean
me.
across the board.
Me neither.
Yeah,
Silly
Yeah.
stuff.
yeah.
But it's not a big deal. And you
Yeah.
should do more and watch less.
Bingo. And that stole the words.
Yeah, well, it's easy to steal the words and a lot harder to do it.
Well,
And I'm the worst at that.
this is why we're doing more, Clint. This is why we're doing these things. And this is why that's the part where you're right on the money with, we just got to pick which Sunday of the month. Do we want to be the second Sunday? Do we want to be the third Sunday? Once we iron that out, dude, we'll start jamming.
Yeah,
We'll start
let's
doing
do it.
more because that's the
I'm
action begets action.
well, and that's the thing
Mhm.
too, is like I do really well with if I'm collaborating. If I've gotta meet somebody to work out,
Mhm.
or we're jamming together, or we're gonna get together, I'm golden.
Self
But
motivation.
self-motive, like if I can sit down and like watch something, or like go over and like start writing, or like do like I'm always picking to watch something. Now
Mhm.
I can work myself out of that, but I ain't.
Dude, and this is
This is what happens when you do stuff. This is what you get for spilling paint in the garage.
oh god.
Yeah, don't do that.
Oh, this has turned into Breakfast Club, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you say, Johnny?
This
Smoke
is what
up.
happens at my house when you spill paint in the garage.
Do I stutter? No, because that's the big one that I'm really wanting to do. Action, the more that we do stuff, and it is. I'm going to be honest. I talked about it like Karmic Transmission umpteenth time ago. I was talking about me and Rex going back to the gym because we've been doing that now since February, so it's been a good 3-4 months.
That's so great.
Yeah, and this is the hard part is when I first got going, I was talking about it, I was trying to go a couple extra days. And I bragged about it. Go back there, I'll find the transmission. I'll make sure to point it out. I'll call myself on my own BS. But I was bragging about it, going, yeah, you can tell yourself that you want to do these things, but making yourself do it's a hard deal. Well, like a week after that, we went on vacation.
Mhm.
And I dropped 2 days. I went to where I'm only going the 3 days swimming and then 1 day with the training. And I immediately was like, yeah, crap, here we go. Because it's comfort is such an odd thing. And it's a double-edged sword to us as people all the way around. Because the one thing that we work for the most is to have our comforts and have all of these luxuries. The one thing that stops us from doing more are comforts.
Yeah.
As soon as we got them, we settle into habits and we make these things. And oddly enough, we'll actually forego and give up things to maintain our comfort. So in all reality, comfort is the killer of progress.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. And it's a hard habit to recognize, let alone try to do anything about it. Because it's ingrained in us. We're taught all our lives, you want to build up, get that job, get into having comfortable things, and then just kind of live and be and be that thing. And unfortunately, life existence takes constant effort. You know, if a tiger doesn't go out and feed itself, it's going to die. It can't just stop doing things and hope to be taken care of. But we humans have this funny idea that at some point we shouldn't have to do all this work
Right.
to keep going
When
everything does.
we're built to,
Yeah, that's what
labor
we
and
do.
toil and
Yeah.
hunt and
So-
struggle
So
with
this
things.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing, but it's something that we all do. And the catch right there is the more you can recognize it, the more you can start to find those ways to spurn it. Because here's the flip side to my gym story. I've already gone twice this week, and I've got more days to get back on track with what I was doing. And the reason I'm doing this is because I felt better. I legitimately felt a little better when I was doing it more and staying on top of it, because it started my days out better. You know, feeling that accomplishment of going in and having a little bit of that self-control, you know, and accountability, and putting it on yourself nice and early. It makes you want to do more things. So like today, you know, I ran around, I started dealing with a lot of the back end paperwork and getting more involved in a lot of the things that we're going to do for future events that are going to be coming out. So stay tuned. Better keep listening, because there's going to be all kinds of cool shit coming from Karma. But we started getting that stuff. I started working on more of that stuff again today, and I really credit to the fact that I've been trying to be more active early in the mornings and making that a habit of getting up and doing something so that I have more energy through the day.
Yeah, starting off your day the right way is huge.
It's key. And
That's why I don't do it.
you also work a graveyard shift, brother.
Yeah, if I get a day job again, I'll join you guys.
Dude, it'd be awesome. Be really cool.
Show you what's up.
Uh-oh. Here we go. The challenges begin. I'm ready for it, man. Dude, I'd love to get Dad coming. Colby can come with us.
I'm
That'd be
excited to do it. I'm just not excited to get a day job.
sweet. Yeah.
What time do you guys go?
What?
We get over there about 5:45 each morning.
Ouch.
And
That's an AM.
yes, AM. Very much AM.
45.
Huh?
5:45.
Yes. You've got that correct, sir.
Yeah.
We weren't sleeping. That's literally how it started. Is I'd be awake at 5 o'clock in the morning just because I couldn't sleep.
Why? Oh,
Yeah.
what?
Bad sleep habits. Our whole.
That's one thing, and I've talked to Rex. Rex has trouble sleeping, and
Mhm.
I'm like, that's my superpower. Like, I can be asleep and wake up to do something and like lay back down and go back to sleep.
Man.
Like I hit the pillow and I'm out. I rarely have any kind of insomnia at all.
Oh, how would it be?
I just sleep.
How would it be? Because that's really what it is. We'll have odd hours and odd sleep schedules. So it's like, instead of trying to fight it, do something productive. Get out of the house and do something.
It's awesome.
So that's really what kind of kicks.
And your older selves will thank you for this that you started now.
I'm thinking so. I
know. So.
I'm already more thankful for it, because certain trouble spots aren't near as bad as they were 3 months ago.
Right.
That's one thing that I can honestly say, but that's also because I approached it with that goal in mind.
Mhm.
You know, because having a set idea and something that you want to do, everything with me is mobility. I don't want to be old and crippled and not able to do anything. So I wanted to focus on all of that. And that's why I'm one of those weird guys doing oddball exercises in the gym and looking funny. But I never much cared about how I look. Can't you tell?
They got a new thing you can buy. It's this like spear you wear around your head.
Mm-hmm.
And it's attached to like a band or something. You do all these things. It's for your neck.
Really?
It's supposed to do amazing things for you. That's what Facebook told me.
Huh.
Just and it looks cool. Wearing this like thing around your head. Look like you're out of Hellraiser. Just add a couple nails.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sitting here thinking of all the people that are they just going to start turning into headbutt warriors, like strengthen all those neck muscles, and you can
Yeah, it's just good for your neck and your
posture.
posture.
Dude, I saw one. It's literally like a rubber ball, and you just like chew on it, and it's supposed to define your jawline and do all this stuff. And I was just like,
Gives you those Tom Cruise jaw muscles. So when you want to look
supposed to get
intense,
your face fat. It is supposed to do that, which is hard to do. I got it. Here,
Why do you think I grow the beard? It hides all of those things.
yeah.
Well, shit.
Oh
Jake
man,
doesn't have a chin under there. It just goes from his lip to his neck.
more like my upper chest. It just blends.
Yeah, there's just like a quarter inch of hair. This is actually just
Yeah,
all neck. He doesn't have a neck.
See. Anyway, well, guys, this has been a fun one. I think that now that we're trailing off into no necks and beardless ideas, that we could probably start wrapping this one up. But I want to say, guys, I love the hell out of you for joining me. Thank you so much for all the times that you've been a part of this, and I look forward to doing it even more because, you know, with everything that we've wanted to do over the years, this is one that I've found it very unique in the fact that we were able to really jump into it and start making it happen for as long as we have, you know. And so the only thing that tells me is that once we start doing other things, we've got the ability to stick to it. Our biggest thing is the jump start, and that's going to be the thing that this will all help with us. Is now that we've started recognizing it and starting addressing it, we'll be ready for it, and we'll be able to kickstart a little bit.
Develop those habits.
Because it'll be better. It'll get so much better going forward, and getting day jobs, all that kind of stuff, whether or not they happen, when they happen, however they happen, we'll always be doing this kind of stuff. Because that's the best part about this community that we've built, is that everybody, even when we haven't talked to each other for a while, is always loving and caring and wanting to be a part of it. That's the incredible thing. So Chili's meetups, guys, let's not forget that. Watch out for those when you hear about them. If you want to invite somebody, if you got anybody that you want to put with, we'd love to have you out, because we just want to start touching base and getting to know everybody again and seeing how everybody's been doing, because it's been far too long. So keep an eye out. And then other than that, guys, again, I love the hell out of you, and I love the hell out of you guys. Anybody watching from home that sees our videos, watches our channels, we want you to know how much we do love and appreciate you, because the truth of the matter is we wouldn't be doing what we're doing if we didn't love you guys. You know, why would we buy food and deliver it to food banks for people that we've never met in our lives if it wasn't because we didn't love and genuinely care about the people in our communities? Plain and simple. Actions speak louder than words. And that's our action. What's yours? Right?
Right.
So,
Right.
I like it. Anyway, well, guys, that's it. Karmic Transmission number 55 in the bag. As always, Jake Vanderlyn and Clint Vanderlyn and Colby H joining us from home, as always. Check us out again online, karmaincarnate.com. Best place to see what we're doing, what we're about, and even how you can make your own impact felt right here with us. Because we dare anybody to come out, see what we're doing, and then not feel the karma spirit with us, because it's truly incredible. So other than that, check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all the social medias. Like, share, subscribe, all the fun ones. And until next time, guys, you have a great night, and we'll talk to you later, huh?
See you later. Great to see you, Colby.
See you, buddy.
Bye.